everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. I can't remember if we're due for an Isaac run or a random run, so let's do a random run. Sorry, let's do an Isaac run. I guess I could have lied to you right there. I could have said that I clicked the random button and it just landed on Isaac. That was not the case. I just hit the space bar, and I wanted to play as Isaac, actually. I don't know why I said random. Because Isaac, you know, every run with Isaac is a little bit of a random run in and of itself, isn't it? Celtic Cross, one of those items, and I mention this every time, that I don't really understand, and it looks like it's a binary or like a Boolean choice, right? I either re-roll it or I don't re-roll it. But there is actually like a modifier that we can put in there, and that modifier is time. Since we're likely to only get one re-roll on this floor, we can guarantee ourselves only one re-roll, which obviously carries some negatives with it because we may end up not getting as many re-rolls as we otherwise would have, but we can at least know what item we're most likely to re-roll, basically, is what I'm getting at. So if that, you know, myriad or labyrinthine description of my strategy is confusing, you're not alone. I haven't quite... I mean, I've had, like, a little bit of my morning coffee here, but it hasn't quite digested yet, so I don't think, you know, the areas of my brain have technically opened up 100%. It's like in Batman and Robin, not the good Batman films, or the 1960s TV show, but rather the Joel Schumacher Batman and Robin with Bane, where he's got, like, the ooze that pumps into his... like through these cords into his brain. It's still, the ooze is still pumping right here, which I think I should get that on a t-shirt with my face on it. The ooze is still pumping. Sounds like a radio show slogan or something like that. But anyway, what I was getting at from a concrete standpoint was, I'll look and see what the boss room is going to give me. It gave me an HP upgrade. But imagine it gave me Cat of Nine Tails. If it gave me Cat of Nine Tails, I would have wanted to re-roll Cat of Nine Tails and then kept Celtic Cross. But instead, we can re-roll Celtic Cross. Gives us a remote detonator. What would I rather have, 5 bombs or Celtic Cross? You know, 5 bombs could make a small difference in our run. I think it's fair to say that Celtic Cross is unlikely to make a major difference, but if the invincibility procced at the right time, or, you know, activated at the right time, it could save us some seriously nightmarish scenarios. But, so be it, basically. We've made our bed, and now it's time to lie in it. We may end up, because again, Cellar Part 2 is a pretty small floor, we may end up not getting another reroll, but I would like to reroll homing bombs, even though we did get remote detonator, and we're getting a lot of bombs out of the game so far, not just specifically out of that Tinted Rock, but out of the game in general. I think I would rather re-roll it, but we may not actually have the opportunity, so we may be in a situation where we have 14 homing bombs right off the bat here, which is a little bit, you know, overkill, and I would much prefer to actually just be doing better damage or have more health or have more speed or a tears upgrade or something like that. You can't always get what you want, though. So obviously the reason I'm not going to re-roll right away is because we're saving a reroll. Oh, hey, it worked. Let's save that green nub, actually. It'll probably end up getting myself killed, but we'll take out the red nub, which is just annoying. And we'll wait for the green nub to maybe do enough damage to the boss to help us out a little bit here. But anyway, I'm saving the reroll for the potentiality of a deal with the devil room, which is fairly likely considering I haven't been hit yet, at least to the best of my memory. And there is a deal with the devil, but there's also... let's reroll both of these. Oh man, that is so shitty. So that was a total waste of a reroll. And I don't really want to pick up the 8-ball either because it's just a shot speed upgrade plus a tarot card. This is some of the worst payout that I've ever seen, I think, from a floor where I had a reroll and a deal with the devil room and an item room and a boss room. But we'll cross those remaining bridges as we come to them, I suppose. We should maybe get one more reroll. What's bullshit is that when you go into the cursor room, if there's spiders in there, you don't get the not reroll, but you don't get the, what am I trying to say here? The charge on the reroll. So Guppy's Paw is an interesting one. I picked it up. That's a no-brainer because it gives us a 1/3 better, or puts us 1/3 closer to becoming Guppy. Oh, there is one more room here. It's a boss trap room. If there are spikes, I might be able to, let's try to bomb our way in first. Please be here. Please be here. All right, that's really good because we can actually bomb our way in, and this will allow us to get, well, possibly it would allow us to get into the shop as well. But with 12 cents, I don't know if I want to spend another 2 bombs to make that happen. Because it wouldn't actually be 2 more bombs, it would be more because I'm bombing my way in here. So this is a free HP upgrade, so that feels good. But now I'm trying to think of where I want to use my reroll. Obviously, it's tempting to say, oh, you should just, like, guaranteed use the reroll to reroll the 8-ball, because that's the worst item on the field right now. I think it's actually fairly better to use the reroll, and fairly demonstrably better to use the reroll. Oh, that's so shitty of me. To get a free deal with the devil item from that curse room, and it could put us 2/3 of the way to becoming Guppy, which would be amazing. Or it could give us the mark, or it could give us the pact. Mind you, it could give us something that we don't want. It could give us the shovel or something like that, but it's a risk-reward thing, and there's no guarantee that re-rolling the Magic 8-Ball isn't going to give us just Cat of Nine Tails or something like that, and there's no guarantee that re-rolling the homing bombs isn't just going to give me, you know, Lemon Mishap. So I think I'd rather go for the deal with the devil item pool, and hopefully, you know, if we're being generous here or even realistic here, I think what I would most like to get is like a Guppy's head. Guppy's tail maybe as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess Guppy's tail, if I'm not going to use Guppy's head, Guppy's tail is objectively better. I can just choose not to open golden chests, but if I get keys, then it's all gravy, right? We'll see here. I never understood that expression, it's all gravy. Well, you know, you got this good stuff and then everything extra on top, it's just all gravy. Well, I don't want all gravy. I want a reasonable amount of gravy. I'm not a gravy hater. I love gravy, it's delicious. All kinds, many bases, served in many styles, mashed potatoes, the glorious poutine. There's many different ways I like gravy served, but I certainly don't want it all to be gravy. It's just too much gravy, I think. You want a good balance of ingredients. Yeah, okay, so I am going to take Brimstone here. Sorry, but that is a free Brimstone, which is basically impossible for me to pass up. It also makes it so the Magic 8-Ball is basically just a tarot card, which is basically the same, I think, in terms of its usefulness. And we do have a key now. We could use that to go to the shop, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm just going to head down to the next floor. And, you know, I'm not going to necessarily toot my own horn and say, like, oh, those were exceptionally clever moves. But I think that did work out pretty well for us on this floor. And the Sun card makes things even easier for us moving forward. So, 2 HP upgrade, a Brimstone, and a number of augmentations to our bombs. It's not anything to write home about just yet, but it is a very, very good base for making something great happen in the future. In any case, again, I was being half sincere and half sarcastic. I do apologize for taking Brimstone for those of you who don't like it. It's an integral part of my strategy, so I'm sorry about that, but so be it, basically. It's not going anywhere, and neither am I, but you could change that, I suppose. We are going to take our hearts, and I do want to open the shop because we have rerolls available, right? I think I'll use my key. You know what? I have no reason to believe that it's either up or down, but we'll try down for the secret room when making this bridge. And the reason behind that was that it would also maybe give us entrance to the shop if the secret room was adjacent to it without having to worry about the key. I can't quite buy Mom's Purse yet, but presumably I will get 3 more cents, and that'll make that more plausible. And I would love to buy Mom's Purse because it allows for some sweet kind of trinket interactions that I'm not really privy to right now. So we'll check out our secret room, which is almost certainly on our left side right now. Might as well just... I can't believe that didn't kill them all. Let's try this again. That was pretty good. And we get another key. So I think everything's basically coming on Millhouse right now. We're in a very good position. We did not get the 3 cents that I wanted, but we will just blow up this slot machine, and that'll give us 1 of the 3 cents that we want, and we just need 2 more. Presumably that will be not super hard for us to get. Now we still have item room shop, potential deal with the devil afterwards to use our rerolls on. So I don't want to get too aggressive, but I would like to actually, you know, discover rooms where we might be able to use our rerolls effectively. The item room is a good example, although now I do wonder if we'll be able to use a reroll and still have more later. But we would only... we're not going to reroll Stigmata. Stigmata's really good. HP upgrade plus a health upgrade plus maybe something else that remains nameless, I guess, for now. So 1 bomb can get us 1 cent. That's an okay trade considering what we need it for. Let's see what we've got in here. Fistula. And it is a Bombfly version of Fistula, which should be easy enough in and of itself. We're not doing crazy amounts of damage, but we're doing alright. Super slow Bombfly Fistula is easy, and also the title of Shaggy's first album. Is Shaggy still like a cultural touchstone? Was he ever a cultural touchstone? That's a good question. Okay, more HP upgrades. I don't think I'll be able to buy the Mom's Purse, so I guess we're just gonna go. It's kind of unfortunate, but I really thought we'd get 3 more cents. We did not have the opportunity to do so, unfortunately. Now on the Catacombs, I am gonna open up the shop, and we're gonna use this probably as an early reroll target. But maybe we just want to buy a key in there instead. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, even though that floor might have seemed disappointing, we came away with some very good stuff. 2 HP upgrades, a damage upgrade, and maybe a tears upgrade or a speed upgrade. I forget what Stigmata supposedly contains that's off camera, but anyway. We will definitely go to this mob trap room unless it has a golden chest inside of it. It does not, so this will be an easy room for us to get a couple of keys and hopefully kill some enemies. We're much stronger than the enemies that we're facing right now. So again, my overall Isaac strategy when it's coming to like a run that's mostly concerned about survival, which we still kind of are. We're not really, you know, flaunting our strength right now. My main strategy is if you're stronger than the enemies, go to more rooms. If you're weaker than the enemies, go to less rooms. But, you know, obviously, of course, always make sure you're going to item rooms and shops and naturally boss rooms if you can, and curse rooms as well. But anyway, we're now at 14 cents and 4 keys. 4 keys is good. We don't have Guppy's tail, but that's fine. What we're going to do is buy this key. And even though we haven't... Oh, that's great. Even though we haven't seen enough money to take us to 15 cents yet, I did re-roll the shop item just because I didn't want to let a good re-roll go to waste. And it's possible that it'll be like another 3 rooms before we're able to re-roll. And we may not find an item room to use a re-roll on, even if we come across one. It might just have a good item in it. So we might as well maximize our re-roll use, even if I can't quite buy anything just yet. Now, there's a library. Library is not something I wanted to open, but I opened it by accident, so we might as well walk in. I guess, technically, we might as well pick up this stuff. Book of Shadows, we might as well use to go to the curse room, I think. Although, actually, no, never mind, because you want a reroll to go to the curse room. So Book of Shadows might be useful if we come across an arcade. I doubt I will use, the reroll on the library. Even though there's some obvious positive benefits if you manage to exhaust the entire item pool, it's just not worth it for us right now. Might be later, but I think the way that we handle rerolls right now is immediately go to the curse room. We'll see if there's a deal with the devil item in there, and we can take it or reroll it. Then we'll come down to this devil room, and we can make it happen in there, maybe. Or sorry, not devil room, but boss room that is hopefully going to become a deal with the devil. So we didn't need a reroll. So we'll use our reroll at highest priority right now to reroll boss or deal with the devil, because we have so much health right now that a deal with the devil reroll is just like kind of obvious, I think. Yeah, I did get homing bombs. I was like, why? I want longer range homing bombs. Obviously, very easy boss fight there for a number of different reasons. Don't really want the coin purse, but by the same token, we could reroll more of the library, and that could be fun. I don't know. So, let's take the coin purse, and hopefully this white pill is good. It is and it isn't. What about the blue pill? Speed down. Not the end of the world, but a little disappointing. We are quite slow now. Speed upgrades are pretty prevalent, but that's disappointing, to say the least. Let's find our secret room and hopefully buy this compass. That's not it. Would I rather have 10 keys or 10 bombs? Right now, 10 bombs as I, you know, exhaust all of my bombs looking for the secret room. There are so many... Well, I can always use bombs or key as well, but now I put myself in a position where I'm going to have, like, 0 keys left if I do that, so that's a little frightening. That's it. Okay, 5 cents, please. Okay, that's enough to buy the compass and then re-roll the library. That's where we should go with that, because if we can exhaust the library's item pools, obviously that's good for business. So, come in here, buy this. That's really good news. What about bombs or key? I like our current situation, actually. I think our current situation is for the best. More keys is better than more bombs, especially when our damage is already adequate. We get Book of Revelations, which is just a Spirit Heart, and then that's... So now we can see where the item room is. I totally forgot that we still had an item room available, but I still think it's worth investing rerolls to try to take out the books from our item pool, so that if we get more libraries later and we have 10 keys so we can access them in all likelihood, we'll be able to make something good happen there. Not being able to play Judgment sucks a little bit, but there's not a whole lot we can really do about that. We will not have a reroll available for our item room, so let's just hope that it's good. I was going to say, if we had like a dime drop there, we could have maybe gotten something amazing out of that Judgment. But instead, we just got something amazing out of our item room. This is Polyphemus. Obviously, this is going to make Brimstone take forever to charge. I apologize for this being like the second Brimstone Polyphemus run in 4 videos or something like that, but you can't expect me to not pick this up. So our damage is going to be nuts. Let's be honest about that. Let's head down to the next floor. Could give Judgment 2 cents. I'd rather just save the money for the potentiality of going to the shop on a future floor. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee as we get ready for the next vignette. Alright, do we want to take a bombs or key pill with us? No, because we have the sun card, which is way, way better. So, let's make this happen. I'm kind of excited to see where this floor takes me. Polyphemus Brimstone has a lot of benefits, but also a very noticeable curse to it. The curse is that, you know, we're not going to be winning any speed runs with the fact that it takes us 20 seconds to charge up one Polyphemus Brimstone shot. The obvious positive is that any enemy that gets hit by the first shot is just going to be killed. So, you know, that is exceptionally positive. One more scent for us is borderline meaningless. Let's see what we've got in our item room. Spelunker's hat. I mean, let's fight our mini-boss first, and we'll see if we get, like, Bob's Rotten Head or something like that. Wow, okay. We didn't. So, since we have no reroll pedestal in here, I am just going to come out here and reroll Spelunker's hat. Reroll that into Little Chad, which is pretty terrible, but so be it, I suppose. Is there a way to... Yeah, even if this hurts me, which it won't, this does give me more bombs. Now, what do I... If I put down 2 bombs, I'll get 3 bombs and a Tinted Rock. Actually, I'll get 4 bombs and a Tinted Rock. So, this room is very profitable from a bomb standpoint. Only 3 bombs. That's okay, though. It wasn't very profitable. I used 3 bombs and got 6. Is that correct? I can't remember. I think we had 3 when we came in and we had 6 when we left, so that's how it feels to me. But I could be wrong about that. We've got another very similar room here. And thankfully, due to that explosion, I'm going to be able to basically do exactly the same thing here. 2 bombs will grant me 4 total bombs, which is a good deal. Next reroll, we're going to carry into the curse room. That's a just in case. If we get a reroll before the curse room, that is, we may not. Fortunately or unfortunately. Instead, we may just end up going to our boss room right away, and I guess we could generate a reroll if we get a boss followed by Krampus, but it's pretty unlikely. Let's see what this pill is. Luck down. At least it wasn't a second speed down pill in disguise. That's the only thing that matters to me at this point. Ah, Mask of Infamy. This is gonna feel fucking great. This is like the 3rd time that we fought Mask of Infamy recently. We killed him in 2 hits and got a deal with the Angel, which kind of blows my mind. But I guess we did take our deal with the Devil items from the Curse Room, so we didn't actually walk into or out of a deal with the Devil. Weird. We now, again, the speed downgrade is getting me hurt a little bit here, but we have the opportunity to maybe bomb our way into the Curse Room, which would save me a little bit of health at the cost of a bomb. No, okay. I am trying to look for the secret room because it would be awesome to be able to go to the, it would be awesome to be able to go to the shop if we get enough money. We're not going to, but instead we're going to get Spider Bite. And this is very quickly becoming yet another, like, oh, this is my luckiest run ever type run. We still need to reroll, though, that we can use on the item room. So now we're going to have slowing, mega high damage Brimstone shots. I think the slowing works with Brimstone anyway. This has been an exceptionally and absurdly lucky run, which I am very much stoked about. So we do have another reroll coming on this level for sure. So our number 1 course of action is to come to the curse room first, just in case we can get some free items. If I could become Guppy on this run, not only would we gain the ability to fly, but imagine how much damage our flies would do. We wouldn't generate as many as I would like. Well, I guess we can find out right now how much damage they'll do. We wouldn't generate as many as I would like, but we would certainly be able to use those as basically like nuclear missiles launched at the heart of the enemy. I don't know why I started talking like Eisenhower there, but anyway. We're gonna reroll Little Chad down here, and that is going to give us Mom's Bra, which is an item, and I've talked about this probably ad nauseum by this point. It's an item that's, weirdly enough, bad in the early game and great in the late game. And there's a lot of items, like, as I've started going to the chest with much more regularity, as my play has improved a little bit, at least, I think. I don't think it's worth the key to do that, to be honest with you. Well, there go my flies, so I guess we'll never actually see what they're capable of. But, this is a weird kind of dynamic that is new to me, basically. I used to think Mom's Bra was just trash, but it's not trash. It's just trash if you keep it for a long time. If you're only using it for one boss fight, then it's actually pretty damn good. See, that's our ideal room, basically, right there. But if you're taking it as, like, your go-to spacebar item from the beginning of the game, there's better ones for sure. But it is one of the best exclusively for taking out, like, a late-game boss, if that's what you want to use it for. We'll have one more reroll available, because we will be fighting enemies, obviously, on this room. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to go to the shop on this floor. That's all right. We already got the compass out of the shop, and Mom's. No, we didn't get Mom's purse. That's important to know, just in case I accidentally put myself in a position, perhaps, where I thought that I had picked up the Polaroid, but then was like, oh, I'll take the fish head too. Down to the next floor. Oh, I'm dead. Well, not dead, but my chances are dead. Every time I shoot Brimstone at this guy, he disappears. Not this time, motherfucker. There we go. Now I've got to get all you ducks in a row. And then get one shot in there. I mean, it's very nice that enemies die in one hit. It makes... Well, I don't know what I did there. There was like an accidental brim snap. It makes bosses very, very easy. But it makes, you know, not necessarily more difficult, but it makes rooms like this annoying because it takes freaking forever to get done. So one more reroll remaining as we make our way down to the item room. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee as I can feel the ooze starting to course through my veins. Course? You know what I mean. Delicious $6 no frills medium roast. That's not $6 a cup. I'm not trying to brag. It's like $6 a kilo. I'm being self-deprecating, but it gets the job done. Inside of our item room, Mom's bra has now become X-ray goggles, so it was a roundabout way to get there. But now we have gotten the best possible option for secret room finding, basically. No need for Spelunker's hat if you could just instead get the X-ray goggles, which basically render the Spelunker's hat, renders the Spelunker's hat, I should say, completely useless. What I will do is maybe come down here and see if we find the second secret room. If we do, great. If we don't, I'm not going to backtrack because I'm getting aggravated by the fact that my movement is so slow. Found a red chest with a troll bomb in it. That was our second secret room there. Thank God I got the privilege of that. It's still nice to be able to find the secret room with the goggles because it means that I don't have to use a bomb, but moreover, I don't have to... you know, worry about where it is and, oh, do I have enough bombs to find it? I mean, the answer is probably going to be yes, given the amount of bombs that I have, but still, that was really dumb of me. It's okay, Fishhead is like our go-to soldier here now. I need to practice, like, actually lining enemies up. Because when they're lined up, they die super easily. When they're not lined up, it's a little bit more of a tall ask, I guess. So we got a speed downgrade pill. Not something I'm particularly interested in, as you know, it is maybe the only thing at this point that could really ruin this run. Oh, that was a really good jump from that leaper there. And our fly, much to my amazement, was not actually able to survive killing one of the leapers. There we go. We did not find our secret room. Again, much to my surprise. There it is. So let's just try to get as many of these guys in a wide swath as possible. I'd say that worked out fairly well. There we go. Justice is a card of adequate value, I would say. We can use almost all the stuff that's in there, but mostly I'm here for the item room, which contains quad shot, which is actually worse, I think, for Brimstone than not taking it. So Kamikaze will pick up and then put back down up to sundown, see where the bad guys are to be found, and make them lay down. But, yeah, I know quad shot, it seems like an instinctive pickup, right? Like, you just gotta go get it because, like, oh, it's quad shot, I gotta get it right now. I don't think that's actually the case. I believe that it causes your damage to go down a little bit. Maybe not, you know, by a factor of 4, or it doesn't, like, quarter your damage. But it does do some nasty stuff, I believe. So, let's take these guys out. It's pretty okay. We're up to 20 cents. I know that we should go to the shop, but I want to have rerolls available first. Just for convenience's sake, so I don't have to backtrack as much. Like, if we're already on some rooms with enemies, we might as well just deal with the rooms with the enemies in them. I really thought I could get both there. Because our speed is so low right now that it's a pain in the butt to try to backtrack, basically. So, with rerolls remaining, let's come up here first. We know that our shop is not going to contain greed, by the way, because there's another mini-boss available. Kamikaze rerolls into Halo of Flies, which is a very competent mid to late game item, which is where we are right now. And we have a very, you know, above competent medium to late game build, so that feels pretty good. It's a good match made in heaven. It's nice to have the orbitals to block some incoming shots. And we get the map. It's just a no-brainer. Map plus compass is a great combination for us right now. So, we can now see absolutely everything. I am not going to be able to use rerolls effectively, but it kind of doesn't matter because we don't have many more reroll pedestals available that actually provide us with value, if that makes sense. That are actually useful for us, because the mom reroll pedestal we can't do anything about unless we teleport out of the room, which we can. So we are going to go to the mini-boss because, you know, getting a free HP from Gluttony would be awesome, but if we could just also get a syringe that allowed me to actually improve my speed, I would be the happiest man in the whole world right now, because really the only negative to this run, I'll go back and get that money later, never fear. The only negative to this run right now is the fact that my speed is super low, and my shot speed, not shot speed, but the rate of fire that I have is god-awful. But that's par for the course. Sloth gives us a tarot card. He died, it was actually faster than one hit, if you want to get technical. What is the sun card for us now? It's basically a 1-up without having to die for it, which sounds good, I guess. It is good. It's way better than having a 1-up because we can, you know, get a boss 90% dead. Then if we get close to death ourselves, we don't actually reset, basically. Balls of Steel is an absolutely okay pill. We found our second secret room, which is kind of the other reason I was doing all this backtracking down here. It contains an Eternal Heart, which is amazing. And I don't think we'll one-shot Mom, but I think it could be a 2-shot. I mean, we have had a damage upgrade in addition to Brimstone and Polyphemus, but a few more damage upgrades. Like, if we got the Pentagram, that would be truly amazing. We could also get Sacred Heart. I don't even know how that would work with Brimstone, but mostly speed upgrade or the ability to fly is the thing that I'm most aching for right now. That and a spicy chicken sandwich combo from Wendy's. Wendy's, proud sponsors of the Binding of Isaac and the Northernlion Live Super Show. Come out and check out our new fresh cut fries. We keep the skins, well, we don't actually keep some of the skins on. We just, you know, add it later in post-production. But, you know, it sends that down-home flavor and the image that we make our stuff in a very homey fashion. So check out Wendy's. Spicy chicken sandwich available now. It's Dave's favorite. Come on out. Eat great even late. Come on out. All right. I probably shouldn't have thrown away an entire Spirit Heart there, but I was in the middle of reading this Wendy's pitch off the script that I was given from Yum Brands Incorporated. Probably shouldn't say that. That might be enough to get me sued. If so, I would like to say that I'm protected under fair use parody, and you know, this is a transformative work, according to the lawyer who is me. I also can't legally say that. I'd like to say that me saying I'm a lawyer was a blatant attempt at humor and not meant to be misleading in any fashion or way, shape, or form. So, I basically just decided to take that explosion on the face. That could have come out better. That's pretty much how I wanted this to go, though. We got our Eternal Heart out of here, which is great. And we do have a curse room that has our name on it. I mean, it doesn't really. That'd be kind of creepy, wouldn't it, if you walked in and it was like, hey, Ryan/Northernlion, depending on how well we know each other. And that would be like, hey, room, why are you talking to me? Joker card, yes, absolutely, we'll take that. And it's a deal with the angel for the Bibula, whatever that is, so we'll just re-roll that into the relic, which is amazing for us. We are starting back in our existing room, that's okay. And we also have, of course, this sun card, which is very important. Free relic is great. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong, so I don't understand why they're keeping him incarcerated. Free relic. We just, I would love to actually get like a demon baby. It's basically impossible unless it comes out in this curse room, because we won't get a deal with the devil, and I believe deals with the devil are the only place we're likely to find that, but we could. So I want to have a reroll of, ooh, that's maybe even more rerollable, honestly. I think I'm going to give up the ghost on I can't believe I got hit on the way out there. I think I'm going to give up the ghost on actually being able to get the library pool like completely exhausted, because we just don't have Nun's Habit or Battery, and that's something that's not maybe 100% necessary, but it is very useful for stuff like that. So instead, I'm just going to focus on re-rolling that range upgrade, but first we're going to go fight our boss. We'll see who it is. It's the bloat. Might be, he's a 2-shotter. Okay, that's fine. Try not to get hit in the resulting explosions. And just pick your opportunity. Oh, he was so close. I should have waited just a second to get a better shot. There we go. That was super easy. We've already been to the deal with the angel room. We'll take our HP upgrade. Just making sure that there's not something in here that I've missed. And yeah, we'll come up and re-roll this range upgrade. Hopefully to anything better, basically, at this point. It's Anarchist Cookbook. It's not better, but it's not worse either, so we'll just end up leaving it. I know that it's a reroll pedestal, but let's be honest, it's probably not going to make a huge difference on this run as things are going right now. Of course, just to shit on my own face, there is another library down here. We might have no excuse to basically use 2 rerolls on it, so I might as well. Here's an excuse. Killing any enemy takes me freaking forever unless they are a single target foe, in which case I can usually take them out in 1 or 2 hits, but Really, like, the thing that's great is if I walk into a room and it just works, like Brimstone just kills everything, that's beautiful. If I walk into a room and there's multiple enemies, it could take me 100 years to actually finish the room. Not literally, that would be insanity, of course, but... let's come down here. Like, literally, if it took me a whole lifetime to do a room, that would be a weird life of pseudo-public service. I have to imagine that after a couple of minutes, you would probably realize that maybe I'm not providing much value to society. So, it's 2 of the same book, but I do believe there's more books in the rotation. Belial's still in the rotation, yeah, and Sin is still in the rotation, apparently. So let's reroll. Hey, that's good. Let's get ready to reroll these, is what I should say, actually. Mom's Heart is, again, probably not going to die in 1 hit, but maybe 2. If we get Book of Belial, some of these bosses could actually die in 1 hit, which would actually be hilarious. Now, want to line you up. There we go. Just wanted to maximize the efficiency of the whole operation here. And that should work. No chain reaction quite, but if I just hang out on the other side of the map... Oh, never mind. I'll still get hit because I'm a dummy. Okay. Final room before the boss room. And again, Mom's Heart is a fight that should be exceptionally simple. As long as I just get everything kind of lined up in the center. I do have 16 bombs. They're homing, which is, you know, good but bad. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Wow, that took out a ton of the health of Mom's Heart here. So I'm just placing bombs and trying to get used to how much time Brimstone actually takes to shoot. It's a long time. All right, so it's charged up. We're going to get ready for Zambos. And we took him out. All bombs? Not quite yet. This will do it. All bombs, and then 1 more shot will actually finish the job. Stay away from me. I got things to do here. There we go. A very easy fight, of course. I'm going to go back and reroll the library, even though at this point, it just seems like I'm, you know, milking the game for more than I deserve. But whatever. Oh, what did we... Hey! We got a pill out of that. What is it? Speed up. Speed up. Tears down. I wonder if that'll lower our rate of fire even more. We'll come down here and hopefully we'll get a tears upgrade. That would be amazing for me. Maybe, I think. We get the magnet. Ooh, amazing. Incredible. Again, we could get more rerolls here. We could farm the crap out of this floor, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, let's make our way up to the Cathedral. And I'm very much not concerned for the remainder of the game here. Shoal can't really do anything to us. Forget the curse room. It doesn't really matter. I'm really surprised, actually, that we didn't kill Monstro 2 in 1 hit. Or 2 hits. This is maybe my damage is not to the degree that I actually thought it was. Keep in mind, though, on the chest, we should get a ton of rerolls. There's always a chance that we'll get more damage items, which is really what I would want at this point if we're not going to get improved rates of fire. This is a really tough room, actually, for, like, incredibly slow rate of fire, Brimstone. I'm still glad that I took Polyphemus, but Brimstone Polyphemus does really F with your rate of fire. I can't stress enough that, you know, I'm getting, like, 1 shot every 3 or 4 seconds. I always misjudge times when I'm under pressure, but it feels like 3 to 4 seconds anyway, let's put it that way. And if you miss, well, that's another 3 to 4 seconds of, you know, purgatory awaiting you. That's why I'm kind of trying to use my Halo of Flies to make it happen here. Whatever. Again, I doubt that this will end up being a big problem. Well, it's the biggest problem we have right now, but I doubt it'll end up being catastrophic, I should say. Just hold the button down and go to town. Make sure we're charged up before we walk into the room, and now we'll go on Isaac here. Each shot about 10%, a little bit less than I thought, but, you know, do keep in mind that he's only going to shoot when we shoot, and we're not going to shoot very often, so it should be pretty easy for me to avoid taking damage on this fight, at least until the angel fetuses show up, at which point we might start using some bombs, but really, really light dodging necessary. That's it for now. And be cool. I did get hit by a beam of light from heaven. That's okay. We have the health necessary to support it. It's very much not a glass cannon run. We're quite strong, in fact. I hate when I, like, just let the shot go a little bit too early. There we go. Okay. Up to the chest, or down to the chest. We did leave a spirit heart behind. That should show you about how concerned I am about the quality of the game so far. All of these, I think, are bad. Even Poison Touch, which is not so bad, is bad for me right now, because I really just want rate of fire and damage. Obviously, none of these are that. So I think we are just going to move onwards and get ready, I guess. We did find our secret room. Super Sloth could give us another reroll pedestal, but I guess at this point I'm mostly interested in getting a tarot card. I don't know what I would want it to be, but we could get a tarot card nonetheless. Come on, everybody get on the same plane. That was reasonably good enough. High Priestess, for example, is an adequate card for us. That's not very useful. High Priestess, though, is good for when we come across a room. I'm going to take the Sun card with me into the boss fight, never fear. But, oh man, Lust didn't die in one hit. I was really banking on that. There we go. So we'll kill Greed last because, again, it just doesn't matter. He's not the ideal enemy to kill last, but it's a non-issue. So I'm using High Priestess against Super Sloth, basically, which is what I was banking on. And we got the Sun card that dropped from this fight anyway, so we don't even need to go back for it, which is actually just kind of comical at this point. Yes, I could go back and reroll those items. That would be fun, but let's tear a path to the boss first, because I'm really tired of being super slow in almost every aspect, including mentally, but that's not in the game. Okay, he's not dead. That surprises me. I really expected that he would be. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Toss a bomb in. That spider was like... He kept me trapped. Arachnid caught me slipping. Oh my god. This is the most dangerous room for us right now, and that's kind of funny. But we do have 2 Sun cards, so I can always use one before the boss fight and take a second one in if I want to. Use my reroll there instead. That was kind of stupid. Did take out these 2 Gertie J's before the room even started, really. That is Spirit Heart for us, and then the Relic could give us another one, is what I was trying to spit out there, and it did indeed. Super Sloth for the 3rd time. Unfortunately, no High Priestess card here. That would make it extremely easy. And if you could just get on roughly the same plane, that would be nice for me. It didn't work out that way, but that's okay too. And if I could just take a couple more shots here. There we go. Yeah, you know what? We might as well go for Bob's Curse. Poison Bombs it's useful for us because we probably will end up using bombs, or at least it's feasible that we would end up using bombs. Chubb is super easy at this point. And with this taken care of, we'll go fight Blue Baby, and this was a fun run, but also a little bit of a tedious run as time went on, because, good God, it just takes forever for our charges to, for our shots to line up, I should say, or for our shots to charge up. So we got a damage upgrade in Odd Mushroom that may actually negatively impact our rate of fire. I kind of don't care at this point, because we've won. There's no losing in our vocabulary now. It's just basically impossible. I do think that it impacted our rate of fire negatively. But that's okay, because every time we actually do land a shot, it'll take off like 1/5 of his health. There we go. Just get some homing poison bombs thrown in here to finish the jab. And if I can actually get some charges on my shots, that would be an enormous help for me. There we go. He'll die. We might as well just get in there. Let the orbitals finish the job or something. All right. So, a very, very easy Isaac run, but a fun one nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and if you did, make sure to show your support. Click the like button. It helps out a great deal, and of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.